In this video, we'll be discussing multivariable optimization. That is, we'll find points of maxima, we'll find points of minima, and we'll also find saddle points in functions with several variables. Now this is a 3D plot of one such function. Now as you can see, this function has point of local maxima, it also has point of local minima, and it also has something called as saddle points, which we'll discuss in short time. Now let us take a paraboloid which is z equals x square plus y square. Now as you can see, it looks like a parabola in 2 dimensions and it has a point of local minima. So this graph, it has a point of local minima at 0. Now we can consider another graph which is z equals minus x square plus y square. It's again a paraboloid opening downwards. So here we have a point of local maxima. Now for saddle points, let us consider this function z equals x square minus y square. Now this is x-axis. With respect to x, this point, it is a point of local minima, and with respect to y, it's a point of local maxima. So this point actually is a saddle point. Now we look at our working method to find points of maxima, minima, and saddle points for multivariable function. So suppose we have a function which is z and it is given as f xy. Now first step is we'll find its critical points. For critical points, what we'll do is we'll find zx, which is partial derivative of this function with respect to x, del f by del x, and we also call it as fx, and we'll put it equals to 0, and we'll find partial derivative of this function with respect to y, so del f upon del y, which we also call as fy, and we'll put it equals to 0. Now from these two conditions, we'll get our critical points. And as in the case with functions in two variables, all the points where this function is not differentiable also, we'll include them in critical points. But in this analysis, we are keeping such points out. So now we have our critical point, say a comma b. Now at this point, we need to identify whether it's a point of maxima, or it is a point of minima, or it is a saddle point. So for that, we'll use second derivative test. And for second derivative test, we'll find zxx, that is second derivative of f with respect to x at this point ab, and we'll call it, say, capital A. We'll find b, which is second derivative of the function with respect to y, which we'll also say fyy, and there'll be del square f upon del y square at this point ab, and we'll find c, which is cross derivative of this function. So we'll write it as del square f del x del y at ab, and since we are talking about the points where this function is differentiable, it'll be equal to del square f del y del x at this point ab. So we'll find the value of a, we'll find the value of b, and we'll find the value of c at this point ab. Now we'll find something called as h, and this h is defined as ab minus c square. So this h actually is fxx into fyy minus fxy whole square. So we'll find this value. Now the result is, if h is negative, so if ab minus c square, if this value is negative, then this point ab, it is a saddle point. Now if h is greater than 0, then we look at sign of a, which is fxx, and if it is positive, then this point AB, it is a point of local minima, and if h is greater than 0 and a, it is less than 0, then a comma b is a point of local maxima, and if h is equal to 0, we'll say test fails. So these are the conditions with which we can determine whether at any point there is a maxima or a minima or a saddle point. In the next video, we'll discuss the logic behind condition in second derivative test. Now let us take up an example. Say for example, a utility function is given by the equation u equals x minus 2x square plus xy plus 40y minus y square, where x is number of units of good x and y is number of units of good y consumed. We need to determine the values of x and y which maximize u. We have to confirm that the point is a maximum, and also we need to find its maximum utility. So we are given this utility function which is u x minus 2x square plus xy plus 40y minus y square. Now first step, we'll find its critical points. So we'll partially differentiate this function with respect to x and we'll put it equals to 0. So we'll get 1 minus 4x plus y equals to 0. So we have our first linear equation, and there'll be 4x minus y equals 1. And we'll also partially differentiate this function with respect to y. We'll get this function as x plus 40 minus 2y equals 0. So here we'll get minus x plus 2y equals 40. Now we'll multiply it with 2 and we'll add the two functions. So we'll get 7x equals 42. So the value of x is 6, and if we'll put x as 6, we'll get y as 23. So the only critical point for this function is 6, 23. Now we'll need to confirm that it's a point of maximum. So for that, what we'll do is we'll find a, and which is del square u upon del x square. Now we'll partially differentiate this function again with respect to x. We'll get this as minus 4. We'll find b, del square u upon del y square. So we'll partially differentiate with respect to y. We'll get this as minus 2, and we'll find its cross derivative c. So we have to differentiate this function now with respect to y. So value of c is simply 1. From here also we'll get the value of c as 1. Now we'll calculate the value of h. Now h simply is ab minus c square. Now ab in this case is 8. 8 minus 1, it is 7. So we have this condition where value of h is greater than 0 and value of a is less than 0. Now here there is one more thing that I would like to add. If you want, you can check the condition with b also. It doesn't make a difference because they have same sign. Now when h is greater than 0 and a is less than 0, it simply means this point 6, 23, it is a point of local maxima. Now we need to find its maximum utility. It simply means we have to find maximum value of u, which we'll get when the value of x is 6 and the value of y is 23. So this maximum utility, it will be 6 minus 2 into 36 plus 6 into 23, 40 into 23 minus 23 square. And this value is 463. So our critical point is 6, 23, which is the point of local maxima, and the maximum value of this utility is 463. So this is how we find maxima and minima for functions in several variables.